Hello, good afternoon. Don't anybody fall off their seats. I'm actually a few minutes earlier than 2 o'clock. Normally I'm a few minutes later than 2 o'clock. So yeah, don't fall off your seats in shock and surprise. So we'll see what I've forgotten here. Part of it is because I totally forgot. Apparently I have a doctor's appointment and it's all virtual now. The doctor phone calls you, and I haven't actually visited the doctor in quite a long time. So during the whole lockdown, I just kept a list of all the things I wanted to talk to the doctor about. And so today's the day, the phone call, and I totally forgot it's at 2:30. So I thought, oh, I'll hop on a few minutes early and we'll see if I can finish before the doctor calls. I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know what'll happen if she calls early and I'm still going live. I'm going to try not to worry about that because that's too many things to worry about. How's everybody? Make sure to comment and say hello. We are at the start of September. I can't believe time is going by so fast. But to me, if you read my blog post today, September is like the start of a new year, I guess, because my kids are going back to school. Well, two of them anyway. One of them is still on a co-op work term, so maybe not that much is changing for him. But for the other two, and my youngest, my baby, is actually starting high school. So I guess he's not really a baby anymore. But all that starting makes me feel like we're starting fresh here too. My craft cave does not look like we're starting fresh. Everything's all over the place. But I'm hoping as the kids get back to school that I'll get into more of a routine and get more organized. Tell me out there, how many of you are like me and just want to get more organized? That is like the goal of every day for me. There's always more ways to get organized. Hello, Gwyneth. Well, welcome. If you're here for the first time or here for the 50th time, I totally welcome you to my Facebook Lives. My name is Genevieve Coe. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada, but I get to serve stamping friends all over the country. I feel like it's such a privilege and such an honor to be able to share what I love, to share the fun of stamping, to show you great Stampin' Up! Products. Anything you need, any questions you have, you can always message me. I'll try to get back to you. You can email me. I am here to just bring a little Stampin' Fun into your life. That's why I call my business Stampin' for Fun. Because I'm really doing it for fun and pleasure and hopefully to bring some joy and blessing into your life today. So I know I'm a bit early, but we're going to dive in and I'll try to flip this over. I've got like a little mount here on my table, so hopefully you won't get too dizzy when I flip the camera over. I'll share some things, and because it's the start of a new month, I'm going to be picking a new product to focus on all month long. So, and also mark your calendar, we have 4 Tuesdays in September. So every Tuesday around 2 p.m. Eastern, I hop on, I share a project with you focusing on the product of the month. So last month we did the stitched leaves dies. This month we're going to be doing one of the saleabration items. So just a reminder, we are in the final month of saleabration, and these exclusive saleabration products will not be here for too much longer. Just look at my table because I should have brought my saleabration brochure next to me. I will run and grab it because I want to remind you all that the cute products or the pretty products in saleabration will be gone at the end of September. You're not gonna really see them again, so I don't want you to miss out on some other offers related to saleabration. Okay, so I'll get started and share about that. And there was something else I wanted to tell you. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Hi, Emily. So if you're new and you've never joined me before, one thing that I love is to read your comments. So make sure to comment. I do a little door prize, kind of raffle prize thing, just to say, hey, thanks for commenting. You can comment your name, where you're from, whether you've stamped before, or you can just comment on what I'm stamping or anything that I'm sharing, because I love to read it. And don't be shy. One of the greatest compliments for me is if you share my video with your friends. You don't have to have crafty experience to enjoy some of the projects I make in my Tuesday and 2 weekly video. So go ahead and share. Sharing is caring, and comment away. Okay, so let's see if we can flip this over. Hi, Serena. Okay, let's flip this baby over. Hopefully I didn't make you too dizzy there. I actually get dizzy really easy, and I get vertigo, and so I am totally sensitive to those of you that get that feeling too. So I didn't want to move it too fast. Let me see if I can get that shadow gone there. Okay, so a few things, because we're in the start of a new month. It means it's time to start preparing for next month's classes. So I do, as part of my business, I love to share what I create. I love to create packets for you to create along with me. So where you can find all the important information is at my Linktree link. Okay, so it's Stampin' for Fun with the number 4, Stampin' for Fun. And this link should have everything you need to know. So if you see anything you like and you want to shop or browse my online store, go here, click the Browse and Shop button. I also have upcoming classes. So my October class schedule and registration form is now ready for you to check out. All you have to do is head here and look for the upcoming class link, and you can give it a click and it'll take you to my registration form. It's all integrated, so no matter which class you want in October, it's still one registration form. You just kind of click which one you would like to register for. Okay, because I love to share my stamping projects with you. So I am going to grab the Saleabration brochure so that I can show you. Okay, there we go. I haven't disappeared. I'm just walking carefully so I don't fall. Okay, so Saleabration, this is the first time Stampin' Up! Has ever kind of done a summer Saleabration. It ends September 30th. And so there's 3 ways to take advantage of Saleabration. So just a little recap. One way is to shop. So any $60 order you place. Oh, hello from Germany. How exciting. We have friends from all over watching, so thank you for tuning in. So any order $60 or more Canadian will get you a free product from this special Saleabration brochure. So that's one way to take advantage of Saleabration, is to shop. We have all different products here. Some of them, like, it's kind of while supplies last, now that we're kind of into the last month of Saleabration, because I know if they run out, they're not going to be ordering more for us because we're in the last month. So all the beautiful samples are here. You can see what you get. And if your order reaches 120, there are some exclusive items for you too. So this is all the perk of shopping during Saleabration. Okay, here's some of the level, I call them level 2 ones that, like these dies that you get free with a 120 order. Sorry, my daughter's behind me working away. You probably hear a little bit of that going on. This delicate dahlias. Oh, I should have shown you the stamp camp cards we made. Okay, we might have to do that next time. Okay, so shopping, number 1. Number 2, hosting. If you host during Saleabration, so we're now in the final month. I already have 2 parties booked for this month, but if you wanted, it's probably too late to get a kind of, might not be too late if we do it at the very end, but one of the perks of hosting is that you can get this exclusive, host exclusive stamp set, the In Your Words. You can get it in English or in French, I believe. I think it may also come in French. So yes, it does. So that's a great option. Hi, Angela. Hi, Diane. Okay, so that's only during Saleabration. It ends September 30th. And of course, you can be a party of one. So if your order reaches $375, or you can do a catalog party, just share the catalog with friends, collect up the orders, let me know, and I'll make sure that you get the host rewards as well as the exclusive Saleabration stamp set. Okay, and then so we talked about the shopping Saleabration perk, the hosting Saleabration perk, and then there is a joining Saleabration perk. So if you would like to join the Team S.T.I.C stampers, we are one of the most dynamic, in my opinion, one of the most dynamic and enthusiastic teams in Canada. We've got team members from all across the country, and we've got creative challenges. We've got business training if you want. We've got an exclusive Facebook group. I've got monthly team challenges with prizes. So there's all different things that we do. And of course, we share all our stamping. We have swaps. People share what they've made, share tips on our Facebook group. So I would love to have you join. The best thing about getting the starter kit with Stampin' Up! Is that you're getting a value of probably around $240 worth of stuff when you factor in the tax and the shipping and the product that you can choose. And during Saleabration, does it say here? Yes. If you get the starter kit during Saleabration, you can pick one of these bundles absolutely free. Okay, so we're talking $240 to $300 value of everything. You're only paying $135, no shipping. Stampin' Up! Ships you your starter kit absolutely free. So no better time than now to join. You can do business if you want and have a little side hustle, or you can do it for the discount for yourself. So you can join through my Linktree/Stampin' for Fun. You can shop there, and my information's there if you want to shoot me an email. I would love to connect with you. Okay, so because Saleabration, we're in the final month. I know what I wanted to tell you earlier. On the fourth Tuesday, instead of my usual Tuesday at 2, I'm going to kind of do a Tuesday at 2 on steroids. We'll have a Saleabration finale Facebook party. So mark your calendar for that. And who's ready to see what the product of the month this month is? I have a few ideas in mind, but I decided since it's the end of Saleabration, we are going to do a Saleabration product this month. So I decided to pick the Counting Sheep stamp set as the product of the month this month. I mean, it was a little hard to choose which product I wanted to focus on. I was actually eyeing this paper and wanted to focus on this paper all month, but I thought, September, are you guys going to feel like too early for snow? Too early for penguins? So I decided to go with the Counting Sheep. And again, you cannot buy this stamp set even if you want to. You can only get it free. Very rarely does Stampin' Up! Give free stamp sets. Only during Saleabration. So if you want to get this stamp set free, all you have to do is place a minimum $60 order with me. You can either shop online or you can message me and I'll key in your order for you. And then you can choose the Counting Sheep stamp set absolutely free. But what's really fun is that they also have these coordinating dies. And again, if you have a $60 order, you can get the dies free. So in my humble opinion, why not place at least a $120 order, and then you can get the stamp set and get the coordinating dies before the end of September. If you need to space it out for your budget, do one order at the beginning, do one order at the end. If you're going to do that, here is my tip of the day. Your first order, get the dies first. Your second order, get the sheep. I mean, I think it's better if you just place one order, 120 all at once, get both. But if you need to space it out for budget, get the dies first. Because the dies are made in China and are shipped, actually, I did not even check the website. As of yesterday, I placed an order yesterday. I was still able to get the dies. But because they come from China and they're shipped from abroad and all of that, they're manufactured somewhere else, it means that when they are gone, they are gone. Whereas stamps, Stampin' Up! Does manufacture their own stamps, so I think it's unlikely that the stamp set is going to disappear and go unorderable and, you know, disappear. So that's my little tip of the day. Okay, so let's get started with today's project. Oh, I love it that some of you have already said you love this stamp set. I had someone yesterday saying they chose this as their freebie and then they weren't sure, like, they said, oh, I wasn't too in love with any of the freebies, so I guess I'll just take this one. I'm like, what? And I know it's just because when you're looking at the brochure, like, it doesn't come alive when you just look at pictures. We have to actually play with it. So that's what we're going to do today. This is what we're going to do all month long with this stamp set. So hopefully I can make these cuties come alive for you. Who's excited? Make sure to comment and let me know if you have played with the stamp set before, or if you've got your eye on it, or if you're like, convince me I need this one. So let's get started. I am going to cut a cardstock base here. Using white, the basic white, thick cardstock. So Stampin' Up! Sells basic white in the thick and in the regular. So the thick is what I use for the bases of the cards, and the regular is kind of what I use for the layers. So the cardstock is 8.5 by 11. We're going to cut it in half at 5.5. Okay, and then we're just going to score it at 4.25. Super easy. So you're basically cutting it in half and folding it in half. The great thing about the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is that it has a cutting blade included and it has a scoring blade included. So when you buy this one tool, you've got the cutting blade, you've got the scoring blade, and the way that they've made the numbers, they do not rub off. So this is the main trimmer I use for my personal kind of stamping. I've had no problems with the numbers rubbing off at all. There's a great extension arm so that you can cut larger pieces. Okay, so that is the base. Now I'm going to cut a layer. So I am going to cut this pretty piece of paper. Can anyone guess where this paper comes from? This is called Pattern Party Designer Series paper. It's a whole fat stack with so many different designs. It is a host exclusive item. So you can only get this paper with your host rewards. And how you get your, I don't even think they call them host rewards, they call them Stampin' Rewards. So how you can get Stampin' Rewards is by hosting a party. You can get Stampin' Rewards by placing your own order of at least $200 or more. So it's easy. And so this paper came from that pack. So I'm going to cut it at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. So that'll give us like a nice border around the card. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the card kind of base, the front of it will be 4.25 inches by 5.5. So I just cut the Designer Series paper 1/4 inch smaller just to give that extra layer. Okay, isn't that a fun pattern? Just cute, and I thought it worked really well with these cute sheep. Okay, and then let's do some layers here. So I'm going to take the balmy blue. I thought the balmy blue, I think technically the paper says it's Pool Party, but I thought I could just, get that nice blue in there. And I am going to cut a piece from the balmy blue, and then I'll get some of the basic white because we're going to need a layer of that as well. Okay. And so you could certainly cut it with your trimmer. I am actually going to be cutting rectangles, but I'm going to do that using our rectangle stitched framelits. So now, those of you who watch regularly, you know I can't live without my die cutting machine. At the moment, my daughter's helping me do some cutting, and she's using my die cutting machine. Oh, she says she's almost done, but that's okay. I have another tool here that I can use. But let's see. Or maybe we can do a swap, Michelle, with what I've got here.
I have one more. Let me just...
Okay, so she's going to cut her one more, and then she's going to bring the cut and emboss machine. It's kind of hard. We have to share the tool. But why don't I stamp my sheep first? I'm going to use this very, this is my favorite one. If you guys watched my Facebook, I guess it was my host appreciation event, or maybe it was my Facebook party. Out of all the 3 sheep, this one is my favorite. He's like so proud of himself, this one. For some reason, he makes me smile. So that's the one we're going to use. Okay, and oh, here it comes, my cut and emboss machine. Thank you. Hi, Debbie. Oh, thanks for asking how my family is. We're okay. The kids are getting ready for school. Unfortunately, Kevin's mom was admitted to the hospital last week, so that was a little hard. But she's older, so it's just a little hard, I think. So Kevin's been busy kind of back and forth from the hospital. But other than that, we're doing well. Thanks for asking, Debbie. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this very fancy guy. Okay, so all I did is I just tapped my stamp into the Memento black ink pad, and I just stamped it onto the paper. Okay, so I'm going to cut it out using this stitched rectangle die. Oh, no. I'm going to cut him out. Whoa, this is not what I wanted to do at all. Okay, we're all confused here. Let's, do I have extra? Yes, okay, we're fine. Flip this over. I want a stitched rectangle die. We'll do the sheep later. Let's cut this out using the cut and emboss machine. Let's cut that out. There we go. Okay, because I wanted to layer these rectangles onto the card. Okay, and then I'm going to do another layer in the balmy blue, but with the larger stitched rectangle. Okay, so we'll do that. So the cut and emboss machine does not use electricity, so hey, if your power goes out, you can craft in the dark. So it's really just a press. So as you turn the handle, the wheels turn and push these plates through, and the pressure will actually push the die against the paper, and the die has a sharp edge so that it cuts just like that. Okay, there we go. And then if we pop it out of the die, you'll see that these dies, the reason why they're called the stitched rectangles is because there's this pretty stitching around the outside. I think it just adds a little something. Now, if you're just starting and you haven't invested in the cut and emboss machine yet, or you don't want to kind of invest in it, don't worry, because the card that I'm making, oh, Sarah's happy it doesn't use electricity. Does your power go out a lot? Or I guess it doesn't take up anything on your hydro bill. That's right. You could totally just cut a rectangle, right? Using the paper trimmer that I showed you. If you are getting into trying to do some paper crafting, the paper trimmer is kind of an essential piece. I wouldn't skip out on that part because you could use scissors, but I don't cut very straight, and I think even the best person would not cut as straight as our paper trimmer. So definitely invest in the paper trimmer. But if you didn't want to invest in the cut and emboss, you could totally make this card just by cutting rectangles. Okay, see how I'm doing that? And then, now let's get this fun guy. Let's do him. I'll stamp him in the black ink. And if you're just tuning in, make sure you comment because you get entered into a drawing. I love to read your comments. It makes me not feel so alone when I'm sharing my stamping project. Okay, and then as I said, these sheep have coordinating dies. You can't buy them, only free during saleabration. So let's cut this fellow out. So the dies come in all different shapes. So we used the rectangle ones. Now we're using the sheep ones. So let's cut out this guy. Isn't it great? Because even if I cut it with scissors, there's no way I would be able to have such a clean cut that compared to what you get with the die. Okay, so here we go. Look at this guy. We're gonna cut you out. This stamp set is so cute. And it does have like kind of a birthday thing. Oh, good, Joan, you have this one already. Do you have the coordinating dies? Because if you do, then you will get some ideas today. You can, I mean, I encourage some of you, you guys can just stamp along with me. I mean, why not, right? If you already own some of these things, I think it's fun that we could stamp together. If you don't, you can just watch and enjoy. See? Isn't he cute? And look at how nicely he's cut out with the coordinating die. So it is really nice if you do get the Counting Sheep stamp set to get the coordinating dies. Okay, so let's see. I think our card is coming together here. I can go ahead and, oh, I ran out of like seal refill and it's like back ordered. You can't even order it. So I'm going to go with the Seal Plus today. I'm not, it's so sticky. Sometimes it actually tears the paper, the Seal Plus. That's why I prefer the Seal, but I am all out. You can tell you're out because of this red sticker. So those of you using Seal, you'll know that the adhesive's done when you see that red sticker. So serves me right for not stocking up on my Seal before it went back ordered. Okay, and then, so hopefully you can see how this card is going to come together. But we're going to dress it up a little bit. Because in this stamp set, not only do you have these cute sheep and you've got two sayings, can you see there's like a little tiny bit of grass here? How cute is that? So I am totally going to use it because it's so cute. I'm just digging in my bucket here for like a little stamp, a little block. Okay, see that? And then we're just gonna, I know grass is green, but I'm just gonna stamp it in the black. You'll see why. And then what I'm gonna do, isn't it fun? Look at that. I'm just kind of randomly stamping grass. Okay, see that? And then what I'm gonna do is a little bit of sponging. So I think this paper has some Granny Apple Green in it. And so I'm going to take the Granny Apple Green ink and one of our sponge daubers. And then I'm just going to like sponge a little bit of grassy greenery over our little stamped grassy image. See that? Okay, so the fun thing about sponging is it gives kind of a softer look. Some is light, some is dark, some are dark. Okay, great. And then we're going to use the balmy blue and do a little bit of sky. Okay, so the sponge daubers are easy to use. There's actually, I don't know, I just put my finger in there, really easy to control it. I always start off the paper first and kind of circle in, okay, so that the first intense color is not like a big blotch on the paper. Okay, so that's another little tip for you there. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of sky scenery here. I am not an artist by any means, so I'm sorry if I have all the perception wrong, or I don't know what they call it, the skyline wrong, but for the purposes of our card, since this isn't a really realistic sheep anyway, a cartoon sheep, I think we'll be okay. Okay, see that? And so we'll just pop him up on some dimensionals. Oh, before I do that, maybe I'll color him a little bit. I'll use the blends marker. This is the light petal pink, and I'm just gonna add a touch of color on his face here. And maybe the little hooves, just add a touch, just so he's not quite so white. Okay. And then we'll pop them on there. There we go. And then make sure we've got him there. Look at him. So good, so good. Okay, see how the card's coming together? I'm gonna have fun playing with this guy all month, so you're gonna have to make sure to tune in to all the Tuesdays at 2's this month so you can see what other cute projects. And I'm gonna go a little off-centered. I kind of got this layout from another demonstrator, I think Connie Babbert maybe? And I thought it was kind of neat how she kind of off-laid everything. So I'm gonna do the same. He is cute, totally cute. Okay, so let's stick that down. Okay, and then in this sheep dies, which you get free with your minimum $60 order here, there's all these kind of bonus dies. There's the ones that match with the stamp set things, but then there's these bonus ones like a little flag, a balloon, a sun, and some clouds. Oh, Charles, yes, you know how I love to name them. Yeah, Charles, Sterling. I feel like, oh, with his nose up in the air, it has to be a very prim and proper kind of name. Okay, and then I'm going to use some crushed curry here. Where's my crushed curry paper? Just so it coordinates with our colorful paper at the back, I'm going to grab a piece of the crushed curry. Okay, and I'm going to die cut the little flag here. Okay. There we go. So we've got, oh, where did it go? Oh, it's still on the machine here. Okay, and we can either put the flag flat or we can pop it up. I'll pop it up with a little dimensional, and then we'll just put a little saying. Okay, so don't miss out on Saleabration because you're gonna be sad if you can't get these cute sheep before September is over. I think I'm going to cut it at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then I'm just going to stamp the little sentiment. Oh, Debbie, I'm glad you're excited. That's part of the fun, right? We can create something different each month using the same product. So the sheep is going to be our product. So again, I love to use the same stamp set. I'm going to go with the You're Amazing because he looks amazing, doesn't he? Proud and amazing. So let's pop him on here, pop the stamp on the clear block. And again, we are just going to use the Memento Black. Tap, tap, tap. Straight down and straight up. Look at what a clean, crisp image you get. Stampin' Up! Stamps are high quality. It helps you to get high quality results when you use high quality products. Okay, so I didn't know what size I wanted it, but I think that's okay. There you go, and we'll pop that up with dimensionals. And I can't resist a little bling bling, I think wouldn't hurt. Okay, so a little bit of rhinestone jewels. Gotta have some embellishment there, right? So I'm just using the basic rhinestones. These are a great value. They're only $6.75, and you get like, I don't know, a whole sheet of these rhinestones. Okay, so that is our first card showcasing our new product of the month, the Counting Sheep stamp set. Hopefully you feel inspired. Maybe you're inspired to shop. Head to my online store. Just go to this link and then you'll be able to go to my online store. Maybe you're inspired to copy this layout design. Go ahead, grab your paper, make a card with this layout. Okay, maybe you're inspired to come and tune in every week. I would love that. You can tune in Tuesdays around 2 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be sharing a project with you. Thanks for joining me. Let me flip this over. And then, ta-da-da. Yay, I'm glad you're excited for the rest of the month, Louise. And so don't forget, my October class schedule is now open. don't wait. The earlier the better to register for classes. It just helps me plan ahead. And here's a little sneak peek of one of the cards we're going to be doing in Sweet and Simple class, because it's time to get ready for Christmas. I know it seems too early, but we're registering for October classes now. Remember that? So October, November, December, I mean, we got to stock up on those Christmas cards so that we can send some handmade hugs over the holidays. So thanks for tuning in. And don't hesitate to message me, keep in touch, and we'll see you next week for the next project. Have a great week. Bye, everyone.